afternoon, Bee Nation. Welcome to the Bee Connection. We are so glad to have everybody with us tonight. All right, I got that fixed. One thing after another. Hope everybody's had a good week in their bees. I'll be honest with you. I have been running up and down the roads to see my grandson. Amber's had practices, and we also did a patio, poured some concrete. So lots of work going around the house, and the bees are not one of them. And right now, I'll be honest with you, I really need to know where they're at. I need to know whether to put a feed on. Are the bees okay? Some of the combines I've done, are they okay? I just don't know. So, bad beekeeper. But we all kind of fall short sometimes, and seems like I do that quite a bit. But the weather has been beautiful. A little bit of rain, but for the most part, been really, really nice. What about you, Keith? How's it been down in your area?
Yeah, it's been awfully dry the past couple of weeks, but we finally got some big rains came through this afternoon. Had some noisy little thunderstorms. They probably dropped half, 3/4 of an inch of rain, so not a gully washer, but we could use it. So we appreciated that. But yeah, the bees. I've been into a few hives. I've been the folks I'm helping looking at some of theirs. The goldenrod is popping now. The wing stem ladies are bringing in lots of pollen, big old yellow and orange pollen baskets. So the bees are looking real nice. But yeah, you need to take a look at yours. One thing I'm seeing is the food in the hives is varying greatly. Just within a few miles of each other, some hives are fat and happy, and some hives need feed. So even in the same yard, they'll be different. So.
Wow.
So yeah, everybody needs to take a look at that. Don't want you ladies starving going into the fall.
Not at all.
What about you, Lisa? How are you and Tom doing?
So I haven't been in the bees all week. I've been busy trying to play catch up from having Monday off and having a short week last week and then this week. So we knew we needed to feed, especially a couple of yards. So yesterday we went and we mixed up 200 gallons of feed. And so he's been out feeding all day by himself, which isn't that big of an issue, except for a lot of our hives are still that over double screen board. So he's going to have to like lift colonies off to put a feeder on the bottom to, put them back on, feeder on the top colony. Because they're still stacked like that for no other reason than we just haven't had time to start up a new yard that we have secured. We just haven't had time to start it up and move bees over. We've just been so darn busy. So he's out feeding today. Should be home in about a half hour. He's up at the shop right now. So, but yeah, we definitely saw the same thing, Keith. Like some yards look great and don't need feed at all, but there's some yards that there's just not much there for them. Now they all seem to be bringing in pollen still. So like they're not having any issue, on the protein side, but the carbohydrate, the sugar, yeah, some of them are pretty light.
Yeah. How are your markets going for selling honey?
They're going really well. We had a couple of bomb markets this year. And I think that was due to, it was just so darn hot. Like it was just ridiculously hot back in June, I think it was. We got like a really hot streak. But for the most part, the markets have been really good. We've been so busy. Tom and I have been so busy lately. The boys have actually done several markets for us this year, which they don't mind doing because they get 25% of whatever they sell.
Wow.
So they make a decent little side hustle there.
That's a good incentive.
Yeah. But
I should pay myself that good.
I know, right?
Wow.
But we got a market coming this Saturday, which is one of our better ones. We try to do that one about twice a month. And then we are just getting ready to put our products in 2 different little shops in the area. So hopefully One of them I think I'm going to stock tomorrow. And then the other one I'm planning on stocking Saturday after my market. So since I already have everything in my car, just go in there and stock it with what I have left.
There you go.
So yeah, the markets seem to be doing really well. I had a guy call me today, actually this afternoon, about wanting 2 buckets of honey. So one for him and one for his son. So
yeah.
That's always a good way to move it out the door.
Yeah. Yeah, I did quite a bit of that this year. Obviously, your profit margin's not what it is if you set at a market and sell 8-ounce honey bears.
Yeah, but you got to kind of take into consideration too. Like I don't have to sit down there. Well, first off, we don't have to uncrystallize it because the bucket's probably crystallized or decrystallized, however you want to say it. I say uncrystallized. Then I don't have to bottle all of it, and I don't have to label all of it. Then I don't have to go to market and sell all of it. So I mean, we are taking a little bit of a loss on it. Like I think. So we sell ours for $3.75 for the 5-gallon bucket, which is 60 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then this year we actually started charging a $10 bucket and lid deposit also. So if they want to bring us back our lid and bucket, they can have their $10 back. If not, we've paid for a lid and bucket at least, because those aren't cheap either. But we don't really get too many people tell us we're too high on that. Like that's pretty common around here.
Yeah, and it depends on what they're going to do too. I mean, if I sold some buckets to some consumers that were buying several quarts, and I brought it up to them, it's like, y'all ever thought about just buying quantities, and you can get more for the bucket than you could wholesale.
Mm-hmm.
They're still saving a lot of money versus the price per quart.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a win-win for the beekeeper and the consumer. Obviously, if you're selling lots of buckets to somebody, if it's a mead maker or whatever, you're not going to get quite as good of price as you will in a situation, going to saving somebody some money on quarts. But still, like you say, you're not setting at a market, you're not labeling, you're not jarring, you're not having to mess with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone, and you got cash in your hand.
Right.
So, nothing wrong with that.
The other thing is like, so before everybody harvested this year, we had several beekeepers in the area reaching out to us because they'd run out of honey right before they were harvesting. So the one person wanted, I can't even remember because Tom was dealing with them, so many buckets of honey. And, Tom's like, well, this is our price. He's like, well, I can, I was getting it for this price. He's like, well, I'm the one that has the honey. So, it's not going to go bad. Like, why would I sell it to you for this discounted price when it's already discounted in the bucket? Why would I discount it even more when I can just hold on to it? And in another month, somebody else is going to buy that honey. Like, it's not hurting me at all sitting in this bucket, until somebody else wants to buy it. Like, it's not like it's going to expire.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, I guess so. I'm like, we have honey all year long. So, that's one of the reasons why we, try our best to stay in stock all year. Like we said before, like we didn't sell, besides like word of mouth and people coming and picking up from our house, we didn't sell any honey for like the first 2 or 3 years because we wanted to get that stockpile of honey. So that way we wouldn't run out, because we saw like how beekeepers are running out, and they usually run out of honey by January or whatever. I was talking to somebody, actually called us last week, I guess, asking about some piece of equipment that we have, because they were thinking about purchasing them. And then so we started talking about markets, and they're kind of closer to the city than we are. And he's like, yeah, I was, I was telling my husband, I think we should do like a buy one, get one half off. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, why would you do that? He's like, well, so we can sell more. I go, well, yeah, but you just like 2 sentences ago told me that you always run out of honey in November. Like, why are you discounting your honey when you're already running out of it? Like, when you run out of honey, your honey customer is now some other beekeeper's honey customer. Like what? Like there's no reason for you to if you're already going to run out, like you run out every year and you know this, you're going to sell out. Why would you discount your honey?
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
like, oh, I never thought about that. I'm like, a lot of people don't. They just see like the dollar bills and they want to sell it and get rid and move it, you know? And I'm like, yeah, but you're already going to run out. Like you run out every year. Why would you sell it for cheaper? Like, you know, and that's, you know, you don't want to price your honey so high that nobody buys it. But at the same time, you don't just want to give it away just so you can get rid of it.
Yeah. Yeah. No need to discount a product you're going to run out of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Brian says, I'll take that customer. I can't tell you how many times we tell people that. Like when you run out of honey, your honey customer becomes somebody else's honey customer, you know, and good luck getting them back.
Yeah.
Especially if that other person they went to has honey all year long.
Yeah. Yeah. And I had a lot of folks, once I saw I was going to be running out, a lot of my regular customers, you know, I told them the deal. So they went ahead and, it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Once you see you're running out, then you tell folks you're running out. So then you run out quicker.
Oh, that's exactly it.
So
yeah.
they stock up and they try to count up. It's like, well, I use a quart a month. I need to buy this much, you know, so.
Well, so we have a few customers that they'll buy like gallons from us, just gallon jugs, or they'll constantly be buying squeeze bottles. And I'm like, why don't you just buy a gallon? Because you basically get a free bottle, you know, price wise, you get a free bottle when you buy a gallon, or a free pound when you buy a gallon. I'm like, why don't you just keep the squeeze bottle that you've bought from us already, and then keep refilling it with this gallon jug rather than, you know, but if you want to buy squeeze bottles from me every other week, I'll be more than happy to sell them to you.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the way to do it. You know, my prices are right there on the front, and the math is all there. You know, the smaller the container,
the more expensive it is, right?
Yeah, the bigger the container, the better deal it is. But a lot of them will gravitate towards that little small honey bear or that little $10 squeeze bottle or
so. But yeah, funny thing is, we have, you know, black locust here occasionally. If the frost doesn't get the bloom, and last year we had a decent black locust crop, and let me see where it is. And so I've been jarring the black locust in these little glass bears that I found on Amazon.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, this is 6 ounces of black locust, and I have this marketed for $10. So I didn't have this on my price list yet because it was a new item, and Andrew was at market, and I sent some of these with him, forgetting that I hadn't put these on the price list yet. And he sold it for $15. I'm like, all right, sounds good to me.
We'll take it.
I'll take it.
Yeah. That's funny.
These are cute. They're just, I mean, it's a nice glass too. And
yeah, you'll sell a lot of those. People really like cute.
Yeah. I don't care for the bear squeeze bottles just because I feel like they're hard to squeeze, and I don't know the plastic ones, but I mean in glass I think this is cute.
Yeah. Oh, I agree about the plastic bears, but people just buy them and buy them and buy them.
I know.
So bless their hearts. I'll keep filling them if they'll keep buying them.
So we have the one store in town that carries our honey, and they just buy it from us and then resell it. And she called me earlier this spring, and you know, I was having my surgery and recovery and whatnot, so I never got back up there. She's like, yeah, we have this. She would buy our chunk honey, like, and it's all different colors and it's hard. I'm like, it's probably crystallized. Like I'll come up and I'll switch it out for you, you know, and I'll do a little experiment and see if I can get it to uncrystallize in that warming cabinet that we got from John Hill. So this is what the crystallized chunk honey looked like. So I picked that up from her today. So I got to throw that in the warming cabinet and see if I can get it to uncrystallize without melting the wax. I don't know that I'll be successful. I mean, it's ruined either way, right? So Might as well try it out.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the temp difference is. I mean, it should uncrystallize, what, 100,
Yeah.
90 to 100 degrees?
Yeah, then that's what we keep the warming cabinet at.
Yeah,
So
and the wax should be better, should do better than that.
that's what I'm thinking. But yeah,
Okay.
we'll see. We'll see how it works out. I'll let you guys know. Yeah, I've got a whole plethora of product right here because I took it to show that lady that we're gonna.
Ooh, that's nice.
We've only got about, I don't know.
It's like a whiskey bottle.
This is that bourbon barrel aged honey.
Yeah, that's cool.
We've only got about maybe 10 of these left from this last batch. And we started a new batch last week before, something like that. So it should be done by November. Those sell really good.
Well, how about you, Ricky? I can't remember. Did you end up with some honey to sell at the local markets?
I sold every bit of my honey to the people I work with. I mean, every bit of it.
Okay, that makes it easy.
97. Dad says 97 degrees. It'll uncrystallize it. I'm gonna try it out. We'll see.
97 degrees. Let's see how it works. I'm sorry, folks. I've been in the background working on Jace's channel that I froze last week, and I think we got him unfrozen now. So
I was feeling so bad for him.
I know.
Yeah, that was crazy. What'd you end up doing? Did you just freeze both of them last week since we didn't know what was going on?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay. Okay.
You got to go tell some teenage kids to be quiet. I'll be right back.
All right. Sounds good. So hopefully when Melissa gets back, or if we actually get Tom to show up, we might talk a little bit about the Knobby dinner that's coming up. So, yeah, my wife says I sold all my honey at the GE market, which is where we work at. So,
yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, Melissa, do you guys want to talk about the expo dinner, or do you want to wait for Tom to get here to talk about that a little bit more? Or do you have any more details?
So we can talk about it. So number one, I can't sell tickets till we get a name. So everybody go on, well, not right this second, wait till the chat is over, and go on over to the No Life Beekeepers Facebook page and vote on what name you would like the dinner to be called. But we are going to have it. It's called on that Wednesday. It's called Signature Event Venue. It's the same place that Matthew's done the Beaks and Brews before. They did it last year. So we'll have that on Wednesday, 6:30 to 9:30. The cost of the facility has been covered, so the tickets will be free. Right now we have been collecting, if anybody, do not feel obligated, but if anybody wants to donate to it to help cover decorations, door prizes, hors d'oeuvre finger foods type thing like that, that would be awesome. Or if we end up collecting enough money that we can just order a ton of pizzas and we can just have a pizza party. But as of right now, the tickets are free. The tickets are going to continue to be free. But as of right now, you can just bring your own food to the venue. So whatever you want to bring to the venue, you can. We will have, like I said, hors d'oeuvres, finger foods, maybe some desserts, and tea and lemonade, water. So any other beverages you want, or if you want to bring dinner food, feel free to bring that. Again, we'll have some door prizes, just fun things just to visit and fellowship and talk fees.
And how many did you say we could actually fit in the venue, Melissa?
So the contract is for 175. So we should have more than enough room. And again, if you were at the Beaks and Brews thing last year, you know exactly what the facility looks like. It's basically an open, I don't want to call it a hall because that seems like dark and tiny, but just like a reception center, maybe.
Yeah, around here we'd call it like a community center or a fellowship hall.
Yeah,
or
maybe something like that.
Yeah,
but it's really nice. It's got plenty of room. So
yeah, 175
I'm happy with
in
the
there.
space.
Yeah, 175 in there. That should be pretty nice.
Yeah. And so so I have the poll on the No Life Beekeepers Facebook page. I'm going to close that poll this evening. No prime. I don't like prime rib, so I definitely would not sponsor it.
What about just ribs, Melissa? Can we do that?
I'm not crazy about ribs either. Maybe a steak, just a regular, maybe a filet mignon dinner. Oh, Paul Hale, you made me lose my train of thought now. Oh, so go over to the Facebook page, vote on what name. I'll tell you the names here in a second. What name you want, and then this evening I'm going to close that poll, and then I'll have the tickets available to start reserving tomorrow. 1 second, I got loud teenagers again.
Good luck with that.
They're getting ready to walk out the door is the thing. So, all right, let me see what your naming options are. And there's on the bottom you can actually suggest more names. 41. Teenage voice. Do your kids say 6'7"? Like anybody else's kids say that 6'7"? Apparently, the appropriate response is 41. Anyway, neither number means absolutely anything. That's what's stupid about it. Okay, sorry. Back to the names for the dinner. No Life, Bee Life dinner. Honey Slingers. Varroa Support Group. Queenless and Clueless. BAD, Beekeepers Anonymous dinner. Honey Nutty November Life dinner. North American Beekeepers. Bee Nutty No Life Beekeepers. But Russell Koopman has the best. His dinner suggestion name is when and how can I sign up for the dinner? I commented, I'm like, that's a little bit long for a dinner title, but we'll see who votes for it.
Well, JW, you're going to be there, right?
I'm still kicking.
You're going to be signing autographs, right?
I doubt that. I'm tired. I just got in. I've been treating bees all day. Just got in.
Can you butcher that big cow behind you and bring it to the No Life Beekeepers
That
dinner?
might not be a very good deal, Rick. I sold semen. I sold about $17,000 worth of semen out of that bull there.
Ooh.
So he's
I
not,
don't want to eat that one.
He's not a butcher beef, I can tell you. That's an older picture. I don't, raise bulls anymore. I raised bulls for years. So that's just one of many I've got pictures of. It's in my past. So.
Well, tell us how your treatment's going, JW.
Does people realize how expensive beef is right now?
Oh, yeah.
They're just out of sight high. I mean, highest. I was in the cattle business for 62 years, and it's off and on, and it's the highest I ever seen it. It's
we had some our meat dealers at the two markets that I go to were both having a lot of trouble with the prices of beef.
Well, just a 500 or 600 pound calf if you want to feed one out yourself, cost you $1,200-$1,500, just before you ever start feeding them. So it's out of a good butcher beef will cost you $3,000, just on the hoof, and you got to get them processed. So that's just about the going rate around here.
Wow.
You get 1,200 pounds that's finished, it costs you $3,000.
Yeah, so we get a whole cow with my parents every year. We split it with my parents every year. Then I don't have to buy beef pretty much all year long. We usually have to get like another 50 to 100 pounds of ground beef in spring just because we consume a lot of ground beef. But yeah, we split a cow with my parents every year. And I just told my mom, I'm like, hey, I think it's time you need to call the butcher and see what beef's going so we can get something ordered.
Good luck. They're getting hard to find even.
Yeah, luckily we've got, so where we get it from is in out by our house in Washington, Williams Brothers Meat Market. My mom actually went to high school with like their family friends, so she usually is able to get in with them pretty easily. But I mean, when I think that was COVID, the year of COVID, like we had to wait like 3 or 4 months to get a cow that year because everybody was, panic buying and stocking up on everything. Hey JW, Tom told me that he got to ride in your swarm getter.
Well, after he figured out how to get it to go up and down, he never did figure out how to get it to go in and out. I refused to tell him. He was letting on like he knew all about those things. I said, well, just get on there and get after it then.
Yeah, you should have known that was a challenge he was going to take.
Hey. Yeah. Well.
Hey, Jace.
Is that really you?
He's got the right name.
He's working on his sound right now. All right, we'll get back to him here in just a second.
Melissa, you mentioned your honey was granulating real quick. Now, what do you think is your major nectar source for that?
So this is last year's honey, and this is last year's honey. And last year, our light honey was like within a few days of being out of the bottling tank, because we have heated bottling tanks. Being out of it would start crystallizing.
Wow.
So I'm not really sure because our light honey, I mean, clover maybe would be obviously the main, but I don't know because we've never had honey crystallize this fast before. Like it was ridiculous how fast. Like last year, I absolutely did not bottle anything once we realized how fast it was crystallizing. I didn't bottle anything unless we needed it. We just kept it in the bottling tank, so to stay liquid. But yeah, this. So I'm not sure. But yeah, we've never had anything crystallize this fast before.
That's interesting.
What part of the year did you get that, Melissa?
So this would have been April, May.
So early honey.
Yeah. But at the same time, it could be some later stuff too, because we don't harvest until July, right? So, I can't really guarantee that it was April, May, but typically, you get your lighter stuff earlier in the spring. But clover is fairly light, and you get that, depending how much rain you get, you can get that all season till harvest. We did this year. Yeah, like our dark stuff, I mean, it'll stay like not crystallized at all. But this light stuff last year, no, I'm just gonna crystallize. But that light stuff last year just was like instant. So I'm not sure what it was.
So Jace, can you talk to us now?
I can now. My mic wasn't working earlier.
Okay. How did your inspection go the other day?
It went good. I made a video about it finally. I got some videos posted on my YouTube channel. Took me long enough. But it went good. I found a lot of brood and a lot of drone brood too, which I thought was a little weird, but I don't know. It went pretty good. They only have about one full frame of honey though. So I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but so far so good.
Are they taking your sugar water in pretty good?
Oh yeah, they're taking it in really good. I checked it the Sunday after y'all left, which was a week from the time that y'all dropped them off, and it was completely empty. And then a week later, when I did a hive check, it was completely empty. So they've been drinking it a whole lot.
Okay. Now, hopefully you're seeing some of that. Are you seeing any of that stored in the in the comb. You know, they won't cap it. It'll just be shiny cells in the frame.
Yeah, it's glossy honey right now,
Yeah.
or nectar, I
Yeah.
guess. They haven't
Yeah.
capped it over.
Yeah, that's pretty normal. That's
Yeah.
just that's like a short-term storage. When they cap it over, that's kind of like you put it in Tupperware. That's that's long-term storage. So no use capping it if you're going to eat it.
Yeah. Are they drawing any comb out yet, Jace?
So they've started to draw some out, but on one frame they're drawing a little bit of wonky comb out again, and so I don't know why they're doing that, but yeah, but so far they're starting to draw out a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah, this time of year it takes quite a bit of syrup to make wax. So just hang in there. If the like we talked, if the wonky comb's real bad, like those pictures I sent you, you know, you really just need to scrape it off and let them try again. But yeah, we've still got a little time to work with. Have you got any more stuff blooming there around the farm? Are you seeing many flowers?
Right now we've had a lot of goldenrod.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of goldenrod right now for some reason. I mean, we have like our whole field is just a lot of goldenrod, and
Okay,
so,
good.
but the crepe myrtles, they've all died down. So right now, I haven't been seeing nearly as pollen as the first week that I got them. They've been, I mean, maybe once every, I don't know, 10 bees will have a leg full of pollen on them, but not that many. So I don't know, but for some reason, pollen's just slowed down a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, you'll probably see that pick up a little bit, I would think. So, yeah, as long as you have some good brood, that's a good thing. And you know they got some food if they're taking down a. What is that? What is that feeder, Ricky? Is that a 2 gallon, 1 gallon? That frame feeder.
I think it was a 2 gallon, wasn't it?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Would it take up one spacing or two?
2, was it 2 or I think it was 2, wasn't it?
Gosh, Ricky, that was a long time ago. I don't remember.
And if you guys want to go visit Jace's channel, Lee was nice enough to put it up there for us. Thank you, Lee, man. Appreciate that. Mike says you might want to give them more feed if they're really draining that feed. You know, within a week, you might want to do it every 3 days or something like that.
Yeah, don't let the feeder run out. Is the bucket we brought down, is it empty now?
No, it's still got a little bit left. It's definitely getting lighter. I can tell every time I carry it back. It's like, ooh, a bit lighter.
Yeah, you'll have to pop the top off of it and mix you some more. And you know how to mix the syrup?
I do.
Yeah. 1 of sugar and 1 of water, or whatever it is. So yeah, we talked about that a little bit, I believe, didn't we? Yeah. Good deal.
So, JW, tell me about your treatments. How did that go, and what did you use?
I used Apiguard this go around. I put on two treatments of 50 grams. Both, you know, I finished up my second treatments today. And all my first ones were everything was completely gone off the cards off my first treatment. So I've got, as of today, I've got exactly 50 hives. I don't know how many I'll have tomorrow. I had one abscond. So it was a late swarm, and I was mad at it, so I didn't give it any drawing comb or anything. I was feeding it a little bit, but they didn't make a bit of comb. They took off someplace. So good riddance.
So my first question would be, why do you want to buy hives this time of the year? Are you just wanting to get them at a discounted rate? But if you're wanting to buy them this time of year, you need to look at the population, look if there's still a decent laying pattern, because you should be making winter bees now. Get a mite count, and see how much food stores they have, because if you're picking up a colony right now, you're just going to be feeding it and making sure you eat. Like that's a gamble, paying a couple $100 for a colony this time of year, especially if you went 6 or 7.
Yeah, I don't know where Gladys Troy's at. He may be in the south, so it'll be a little bit more advantage if he was to buy them down there versus some northern areas. So
Now, if you're wanting to buy bees in the spring, my question would be, are you an experienced beekeeper or are you a new beekeeper? And
Russell seems to know him, so I'm not completely sure. He says that he waited.
I would probably check with some local beekeepers before I would just go to marketplace. It might be a local beekeeper that's selling them on marketplace, but marketplace, it can be a good place. It can be a kind of a shady place at times. So,
sometimes the local clubs will have good advice on who to buy from, also local people.
Yeah. And for that reason, it's kind of a good time to buy, because like Melissa said, some beekeepers like myself are trying to get rid of a few hives going into winter. But on the receiving end of that, it's not the best time to be buying hives.
Well, especially if you're not an experienced beekeeper that knows, you're going to have to probably feed the heck out of those colonies and what to watch for.
Yeah, I would definitely count on having to feed them and probably treat them, just so I knew what I had. Because even if you go to the beekeeper and inspect them, unless you, like Ricky said, unless you do a mite wash right there before you buy them, you still don't really know what you got, even if they say they treated them.
Yeah.
So you don't know how effective the treatment was. So you might need to do something a bit stronger or repeat what they did. So a lot of questions there.
So James has a question for you guys also.
Wire. All of ours are wire. I don't know that I have a preference. Just all the ones that we've ever bought are wire.
Yeah, all of mine are wire. Now, I've seen the plastic handles when I buy 5-gallon buckets of motor oil. A lot of those have plastic handles on them, which are really a lot more comfortable, because they're fatter. But I don't know that I trust them with my.
No, those are designed for a one and done deal.
Yeah.
Like in the motor oil, you don't want plastic for if you're going to reuse them and stuff.
No.
If you ever dropped one, I've had some plastic ones years ago, and about half of them after about a year will break on you. You got a mess to clean up.
Yeah.
Honey, I wouldn't suggest the plastic ones at all.
Yeah, I will be sticking with the wire handles and the 90 mil buckets.
Oh yeah, definitely 90 mil. So we get all our buckets at Menards. You can't. So I don't know that they advertise them on their online on the website. If you go to Menards, they actually have them in the store. Tom found some at, where was that? Farm and Home. Were fairly inexpensive, 90 mil buckets and lids. And so we went there to get some for the club's honey, so we wouldn't mix up our buckets and their buckets. And we're like picking these buckets up, and Tom's like, these are not 90 mil. He's like, I was just here the other day and these were 90 mil. They had 90 and 70 mil buckets stacked together and all mixed up. So when you're picking up buckets, make sure, even if you're in a stack that says 90 mil, make sure you're checking the bottom of all those buckets that they are actually 90 mil. Because like I said, we started going through all the stacks of Farm and Home buckets, and some of them were 90, some of them were 70. So we had to sort through all of them to find what we needed.
Yep.
Don't use Home Depot buckets. Are those food grade? I don't even know. I've never checked. I didn't know. Sam's had some buckets. Not the Sam's by our house. It was a different Sam's out. Well, not the one we usually go to. But I don't think they were 90 mil. But I was like shocked, and they were inexpensive too with the lid. I think I paid like maybe $4 or $5 for the bucket and the lid. Didn't even know Sam sold buckets. And it doesn't say anywhere what mill it is on the bucket, even on their website. I went to their website. It doesn't tell you what the thickness is on the website either. The meat is still outside. I haven't brought it in yet.
Lee says HD has some food grade, but he doesn't like them.
I mean, it's done. I just haven't had a chance to go there right now.
Well, look, it's Melissa's better half. Hey, Tom.
What? Excuse me?
Yes, sir. Move over.
She's hogging the computer, Tom.
I know she does that all the time. I just ignore her.
So what's going on with you, Tom? Oh, he's trying to catch a bite to eat.
Just trying to finish feeding a couple yards. I got maybe probably half of the colonies fed today. And then had to pick up an implement for the machine for a job tomorrow. So we're going to be going
JW got all his treated, so he's ahead of you, I think.
No, he's actually behind me.
Oh.
Because all my treatments are done now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we put ours on 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
It was the
today.
last treatment. Yeah,
Was the last treatment we did. You know, I'll tell you, I did something a little bit different this year, actually. So, you know, we run double deep configuration, and I always have our temperatures cooled back enough that I could do a 50-gram dose of Apiguard. And what I did is I separated it up on 2 cards and put it in opposite corners on the top box. So, you know, some of those boxes, which most of them were full, I would put either a large spacer on there, a feeder shim, or I would put like an extra box with undrawn comb up there. And what I did is I put some of them on top of the double box, but in between the extra box with undrawn comb. And then a handful of them I put on top of the third box that had undrawn comb. And I'll tell you, I won't put them on top of the third box anymore because there was a handful of them that didn't take all the treatment down. So they didn't want to mess with it as much. I guess I gave them too much room in between, actually. So I don't know, just an observation that I made here this evening, something I tried a little differently. And honestly, I didn't like it because if they didn't carry the treatment through it, probably didn't work as well. So I'll have to go back and do a bunch of mite washes and stuff after I get this first round of feed on them. So anyway.
Well, JW, what do you think about that Tom's leading the pack?
I'm not sure he knows what he's talking about.
Now that is 100% right. You are not wrong. I like to work in terms of observation. When I notice something, when I do something and I notice the result, it's not always a scientific, but more of a general observation.
And what did you run, 50 and 50? Is that what you're saying?
No, when I separated it up, I did a full 50-gram dose, but I separated it up 25 and 25 in opposite.
Did you do a second 50 too?
Yes, I did. That is correct. Yes, this was the last 50-gram dose that I put on 2 weeks ago, and that is now completed. I will, however, I have a partial bucket. I think we went through like 6 buckets. I have a partial bucket that if I need to go back and retreat something, or if I need to do some Formic Pro, I can do that too. So I have 40 Formic Pro pads left, and I've got a partial bucket of Apiguard. So I can go back and hit a couple more things. I prefer not to, but sometimes it'll shut the queen down. I didn't notice as much of that this year though, which is interesting. But both times I put the treatment on, our temperatures dropped way off for several days. I mean, at least 5 to 7 days afterwards. So that part was worked in our favor. So.
So Keith, have you done any of your treatments yet? Because I'm kind of waiting on some OA treatments to do mine, and mine's a little bit later on.
Oh yeah. I started end of July, early August. Did the 5 rounds of OA every 4 to 5 days apart, counting my mite drops on my pull-out boards under my screen bottoms. So I did that for all my hives as well as all the folks that I help. So yeah, we're in pretty good shape right now, mite-wise.
So we could say that Keith Spillman's leading the pack there, Tom.
Oh, nice.
Melissa, do you want to mention the knobby stuff just one more time? So maybe there's somebody in here that wasn't here before, and maybe Tom might want to chime in on something that needs to be said. So,
Would you like to chime in? Or,
Your name's Melissa, not mine.
I just want to see if you want to chime first before I start.
Look at these fine folks.
he's going to cut you off regardless. Don't worry
I
about
know.
it.
That's why I was giving him a chance here. So the Nobby dinner is happening on, is it the 6th? That Wednesday before Nobby. Hold on. 7th.
Wednesday the 7th.
Yeah, Wednesday the 7th, 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. at the Signature Venue event space. Signature Venues, I think is the name of it.
Yep.
Tickets will be available to reserve starting tomorrow. I will post them on the No Life Beekeepers Facebook page, or you can email me if you would like the link sent to you if you can't find it. The tickets are going to be through Event. I think it's called Eventbrite is what I used. So if you go to Eventbrite and search for probably Nobby. Anyway, we'll post the link on all these chats also. So don't worry, you'll get the link. But I can't have the tickets live until we decide what we're going to call it. So if you go to the No Life Beekeepers page on Facebook, you can vote for the name of the dinner, and whichever one
Pull the contract up on your iPad. I can't read this.
Gets the most votes. We'll go with that. Tom does not like prime rib either. You are out of luck, Paul Hale.
What is it?
Earlier
like
he
prime
asked
rib.
if we were going to sponsor a prime rib dinner.
No, I wouldn't eat it anyway. I don't like prime rib.
So the space has been covered graciously by a donor. If they want us to name them, we will, but we're going to keep that anonymous for right now. We have had other people donate towards the dinner graciously. Do not feel obligated to. The money that's being donated is going to go towards decorations, hors d'oeuvres, desserts, tea, lemonade, water, door prizes. So again, if you feel like you'd like to donate, that'd be great. When you reserve the ticket, there'll be information about how to donate and all that stuff if you want to do that on there. But yeah, so far that's where we are. Hot dogs for Tom. Jonathan, great idea. But yeah, so at the dinner, if we get enough money donated, we'll just order pizzas and have a pizza party. But if we don't, then you can just, again, the tickets are free. They're no cost. You can just bring whatever food that you want to eat there. We will have hors d'oeuvres, snacks, and dessert. But if you want to bring your own pizza or your own Jimmy John's or, Mexican, whatever you want to eat, you can bring outside food in. Same with beverages. If you want something else to drink besides coffee, not coffee, but tea, lemonade, and water, feel free to bring that in.
The only thing I was going to pull it up on the contract because I read through the contract.
Right, stop.
Pull that up because I can't read it on my phone. I was looking for the address. So the one thing it talked about in there, and I need to find it again and I'll highlight it. But I know we said if you wanted to bring any alcoholic beverages, so be it. And I don't particularly have a problem with it. The only thing I'll point out, try to find the address. The only thing I'll point out is they said on there that we can't have any glass bottles, which is I'm kind of foggy about because Matthew's Beaks and Brews they have basically mead bottles. So I don't know if that was cleared through them ahead of time or what, which is the night after. So
I think the address is on this contract because it's just
it's really the contract is really has a lot of points. I mean, like if we, damage anything, if we leave any trash around, they're going to charge us like $250 and all this jazz. So just to keep this cost at a minimum and not having any more, we'll have to. There's a few things we can highlight. We can do some basic housekeeping when we get there and introduce everything. So it's not really a big deal, but I just wanted to kind of bring that up on here. Not that it really needs to be.
So have we decided on a time yet to meet up? And
so 6:30 to 9:30 is going to be the time of the dinner.
We can set it up an hour before.
Yes.
Okay.
So if we want to.
So how much help do you guys need to be there to take to get that going?
I mean, if we had a half a dozen people, that'd be more than enough.
Okay.
That's
it's just, I think we have to set up the tables, chairs, and we'll have to set up a little bit of the food stuff that we bring and all that jazz. Potentially pizzas. I mean, if everybody wants to donate enough money, I mean, we're happy to have pizzas there or whatever. I've already contacted a couple of vendors about potentially donating some items that we can raffle off and such. There's a couple of people already said, "Yep, fine. We'll be happy to donate some stuff." So we'll have a few giveaway things there as well. So,
and once you reserve your ticket, I'm going to start a Facebook page also for just this event. So like there can be a discussion group, like if people want to carpool or, find somebody to hook up with so you can carpool, because it's not far away from the convention center, but it is a little bit of a drive. The address is 6000 Lions Arms Drive, 40216.
Do you think we can post it on here? We'll post an address.
Yeah, I'll type it.
We'll obviously have it out again and put more information out there as it comes up.
Yeah, I've still got it in my Google Maps from last year.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's kind of how I found it again, because I couldn't remember what the address was, but I knew about. So I started Google searching the area, and when I found the name, I was able to go for a frontal map view, and I knew what building it was. So
it's only 322 miles from here.
That's not too bad. Just what was about 20-minute drive for you?
Yeah, something like that. It wasn't a bad drive at all. I mean, it's obviously too far to walk.
Yeah.
But yeah, 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
There. I think it posted. There we go. Okay.
Yeah. There's the address. I think that the venue space. So here's another thing that I thought was odd on the contract when I read it. If you do 200 or more, we have to hire security. So basically, on the contract, it's written up as 175. We could probably fudge that up a little bit. I'm sure it's not a big deal. And I'm not saying that we would go over that, but we'll be able to have as many as 200. It looks like. Because I'm not going to pay for security. Which, again, I thought was really odd. But when you read through their and Ricky, I'm happy to forward you the contract information too that I got sent.
Okay.
I know there were some things in there that they really detail a lot of things in there. So some of it seems kind of silly, but they've probably run into past issues before, and that's probably why they've put that verbiage in there, I'm guessing.
I think Matt's going to keep everything under his name for both nights, is what he
that's what he said. That'll help to keep us from having to pay another security deposit. And he was happy to carry the liability of sorts, himself. So typically Melissa and I have helped him in the past, the last 2 years, set up for his event. So this we'll already have it basically set up for his event, because his event will be the night following. So if y'all want to go to the Beaks and Brews, I believe he will have tickets, and those I believe he charges for. It's a very small fee. Yeah. And I don't know that he's told me specifically what that's going to be, but I think, Keith, what do you think that was last year? Like $10 maybe?
Yeah, $10-15 a person, something like that. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
Now, he might be a good source of information as far as that contract. How much of a stickler they were on each item, the trash, blah blah blah. So he he had to deal with it.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the things on that contract are common sense things, and we're not going to be well, I should speak for myself. Not going to be a raucous, destroying thing party. So
I was planning on getting rowdy.
I don't think we'll have any issues with the the stipulations in the contract is all.
How many did we have there last year, guys?
We only sold 50 tickets.
But there was a handful of people that I know came in. So there was probably a total of maybe like 60 people.
Yeah.
That were there. And a handful of people
made for 30.
35.
Yeah. Handful of people were in there and they're like, because some friends that we had from Missouri and the Summers, Natalie, Chris, and help me out here. The Summers. What's her name?
Natalie Dawn.
Dawn.
Oh, I thought you were trying to think of somebody
They came in
else.
for a little bit and they're like, wow, that's crowded in here. I'm like, yeah. They're like, They hung out for a few minutes, but we're like, we're going to go around front and we're going to eat dinner up there. So there was a lot of people actually came in, hung out for a few minutes, and then just basically went around and ate in the front of the restaurant since it was kind of tight back there. So we actually won't have a problem with having plenty of tables and seating in there. So
looking for the glass thing that you were talking about.
Well, I mean, Gary, you can dance on the tables if you want to. It doesn't make me any difference. I mean, if you
just don't break it.
I mean, if you don't mind buying a table, it's fine with me. Party hard, bed by 10. Well, DC, remember that's East Coast time. They're in Louisville.
Yep.
So
DC, you coming? You still maybe planning on coming?
No glass beer bottles.
Yep.
No glass beer bottles. Doesn't say anything about mead bottles or wine. It says beer bottles.
Yeah, because pretty much all of the mead last year was in glass bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They better put overload springs on them tables.
So will we have some music playing, Tom, this year?
We're hoping to get a band, and it's JW and Boz. It's the singing duet. We're hopefully going to get them there, but I don't know.
They're pretty booked up.
I don't think you're going to get enough donations to afford us.
We give it an effort.
There's Bob.
I mean, if anybody wanted music, I mean, we could find a band and figure out what that's going to be. But if I had to guess, the band would probably be, if I had to guess on the minimum side for a couple hours, you're probably going to spend $600 to $1,000.
Yeah,
maybe more. Maybe more
if they're listenable.
Yeah,
we could probably get a bad band cheaper.
We probably could.
Bad
That's
band.
right. Yeah. So, I mean, it kind of depends on everybody what they want to do. I mean, this is not our party. This is everybody's party. So, if everybody's has enough interest in something, we'll definitely seek out some entertainment or what have you, besides JW and Boz.
Well, what I'd suggest, if everybody's just getting there like on a Wednesday, most people would rather talk. Some of them bands are so loud you can't talk anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's in a hall like that with the low ceilings and stuff. It might be a little bit of a more of a problem. It would be my thoughts.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong. People want to catch up and what have you. So that'd be a good spot to do it, because by the time you get into the Nobby convention area, you're going to pass by people, but there very well may be people that you may not see the entire time that they're there. So, kind of.
I got to bring Lever Boy Todd, get him there. I got to pick him up and get him.
Oh
there.
yeah,
So
forgot about that.
we'll have half the women in following us probably, so you'll have a big crowd.
So we should do a Todd plus 5 basically, instead of like a Tom plus 1, a Keith plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do a Todd plus 5.
I'd say at least 5, yes.
Yeah,
Maybe a minimum of 5.
sure. That would be fun.
Someone's giving you a hard time, Keith.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with JW on the music. If you're a bunch of if they're like me, he can't hear very good anyway. A band is just gonna make us say "huh" a whole lot. So
Yeah.
we'll the chatter will be quite loud, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah. If you had 100 plus people in there, I'm sure it would. And honestly, I don't think there, it was kind of last minute planning last year and you got 50 or 60 people there. Honestly, I mean, I don't see any reason why this probably just in quick guess, I would imagine it'd probably be well over 100. I don't know if it hit 200 mark, but it kind of depends because I think Cayman's having some little meet and greet thing there for the vendors and the speakers and what have you.
On the same night.
We'll see. We'll see the popularity contest who polls on that. Who knows? Maybe a bunch of them will get over to us. So I told Chris Medeiros, don't let his nonsense interfere with ours.
You gotta be careful. If we make it too nice, have a band and food and everything else, you might have too many people. So
that's right. Yeah.
Well, I can only sell 100 well, not sell. I can only have 175 RSVPs. So
okay.
That's kind of why I did the ticketing thing, so that I can keep track of how many people can actually get in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, well, looking forward to it, honestly. What's funny is it'll be here before we know it, too. I mean, we're already in September. So, I mean, you got September, October, November, December. You've got actually, right at 4 months. You got literally almost right at 4 months. So that will be at our doorstep before we realize it.
Yep. Time flies.
So how many people in the chat will be at the dinner? If you guys don't mind letting us know.
Just put a thumbs up or me in the chat, whatever. Just curious.
So did Tom tell you what happened in our honey room last week?
I just got here. How did I tell him?
Well, I didn't know if you'd mentioned it on a chat before tonight.
No.
So I was starting a new batch of creamed honey last week. And, I do the dice method. So I heat my honey to 160 degrees, and then I take it downstairs. I pour it in my creamer and let it cool there for 24 hours. And then the next day I add my seed to it. I've done this twice before. Never had an issue. So Tom was outside cleaning up some stuff and running the hose, and I'd been at the stove doing the honey and dumping it and then sitting doing some computer work at the table. And I had the basement door open. Our honey room is downstairs. And I had the door to that room open also, so I didn't have to carry a hot pot down there and try to open doors at the same time. And I kept hearing this noise. I'm like, what is that? And it sounded like dripping. And I'm like, why am I hearing tight? Because he was running the water outside. I'm like, why am I hearing that water? So, what is he doing? So I get up and I walk over to the door to walk downstairs because he was on the back patio doing it. And I realized that sound is not coming from outside. It's coming from the honey room. The honey melted the 3D printed piece and warped it, and honey just was spewing out of the creamer.
Oh no.
So it was like 5.5 gallons of honey on our honey room floor.
Oh, sadness.
This is the 3D printed flange piece.
Wow.
Melissa.
And you can see it's
It's
actually cracked right there.
Yeah.
So if you have a 3D printed flange in your creamer, make sure that your honey is not, when you're making creamed honey, make sure that your creamed honey is not, apparently I got mine a little bit warmer than 160 a couple times.
Well, I would say it probably depends on, and I don't know much about this stuff when you're 3D printing. I'm sure it's all about the filament. Some filaments are probably better for a lot of different things. Hey, we can hear you, old fella. Some of them are probably not heat resistant like this one, clearly. So
we got that cleaned up, and then Tom had ordered from Nobby from John. I guess you got it from John, right? Or from Better. The actual metal piece that should have been being used. So he got that installed, and now it works great. No more mess on the floor.
I think you got another one out there someplace. Don't you? Go fussy. No.
are you talking to me, JW? Because I can't hear you.
Quack. Go fussy here, quack. It's quack.
Yeah. Plastic infused cream honey was not what I was going for.
Okay.
She's good at making messes, Ricky.
I hear that. Yeah.
She spilled 5 gallons of honey in the back of a Ford Explorer one time.
Yeah, I kind of remember seeing some of the remnants of that.
I'm going to ban her from doing anything with honey, I think. Luckily, that was it was actually a pretty new vinyl floor with the planks, and I had I don't know, it's probably been there for a few years or something, maybe
3 years or 4 years.
Yeah. So luckily, I had the seams really tight, so nothing soaked in down there, so that was okay then. But it cleaned up.
DC is finding his way to Nobby.
Yeah, we need to get DC there. I'm still trying to work this one out.
Yeah, it'd be great to see him.
No doubt. He's on everybody's chats and on everybody's YouTube channel, and a great support of everybody. It would be great to have him there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did Grayson say if he was going to make it or not?
I don't know that he did.
I think Grayson said he was coming. I think
I thought he said he was coming.
Yeah, I don't remember. I know one time when he was asked, he said I'm hoping to get there. Maybe beyond that, he had said something different. So
I think the people that put in their videos, the kids, I think that's the 13th when they actually will get an acknowledgement that whether they got in or not. So hopefully Grayson gets something. We'll see. But from what I had heard is there's a lot of people that apply. So we'll see.
yeah. Hey, I might have asked this the other day. I don't remember. Is anybody on here going to the Georgia State Beekeepers conference, which I understand is actually a pretty big one? It is not tomorrow, Friday, but next week, the 12th and the 13th, Friday and Saturday. I understand it's a pretty big event. Melissa's going to be there working the honey show as a steward, and she has to be there Thursday afternoon. So I think I'm going to go there and help Michael Mahar with 21st Bee set up his booth and hang out with him a little bit. And I didn't know if anybody that was in the chat or the crowd here had any intention of going. If you are, look me up.
Well, you're not too far from us if you're going down to Georgia.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go down and visit Dennis and Melanie Cruz. Leave on Sunday and head down there at Monday, and then
He got himself roped into
giving
a talk too.
Yeah, we're going to be down at the Nassau County County Beekeepers Association, which is in Green Cove, Florida. It's barely south of Jacksonville. I'm going to give a presentation to their club on Monday, the 8th, I guess. Sometimes John, the guy with JLA Theories, he'll be in here. He'll be in there chatting. That's one of his clubs that he was a former president of.
Well, tell them who he is, because they may not know who he is.
I just did. So anyway, if anybody's going to be there at the Georgia thing, let me know. Or maybe like my North Carolina friends could come down there because you are not that far. Mm-hmm. Or
what day? What day?
it is the 11th. No, not the 11th. It's the 12th and the 13th. So again, not tomorrow, Friday, but 1 week from tomorrow. I'm trying to talk my buddy from Olney, Illinois, and going, but he won't commit. I don't think he likes me that much. I think I aggravate him, so he's not going to come.
We might just have to sneak down there and see you. I have to talk to the wife about it and see what she says.
So it's actually in Gainesville, Georgia, which is just north of Atlanta.
Like an hour north, I think.
It's
60
actually
miles
close.
north of Atlanta.
60 miles north? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Let me see. Do you know, Keith, how far that is?
Gainesville, Georgia.
So I think it's actually, it's in Gainesville, Georgia. I think it's 2535 Lanier Tech Drive, Lanier, Lanier Tech Drive in Gainesville, Georgia. And from what I've never been, but from what I understand, actually Georgia has a very, very big conference as far as the size and such. And there's a lot of speakers that are going to be there over that 2-day event.
Looks like it's up 85 from Atlanta
Yes, in
to the northeast.
Yep.
4 hours and 35 minutes.
That's what it is from you.
Yeah, probably the same for Keith, I'd say.
Yep.
Keith, aren't you a little bit closer than Ricky or not? Or a different direction, maybe?
He's more west.
Oh, okay.
More east. More
Yeah,
east.
4 hours 23 minutes for me. So about the same.
It's crazy.
About an hour and a half for me.
Well, shoot, then. Get to it.
I'll fly.
That's because he does 100 miles an hour in that
Bring that speedboat over there.
Ford truck, yeah.
I'll go Delta. Delta if I go.
So, Paul, we were thinking about trying to go by Benny's place, but we're going to be there till Saturday evening, and I don't know if his shop is open on Sundays.
I don't think it is.
I think he'll be down there at the thing. Otherwise, I was thinking about if it was going to be open, texting him and asking him if when he's going back and if he would be in there or what have you. It'd be nice to do a fun little tour of his operation and such, you know. If he was going to be working.
Probably an hour.
No, they're closed on Sunday.
From there.
Are they? Okay. Well, I think he will be at that conference as well. So,
I don't know if he's gonna be there now.
I thought he was.
I don't know.
I think Bob's at that conference every year. I thought I seen him on the roster, but I could be mistaken.
So, JW, overall, how's your bees looking since you did your treatments? I mean, they look pretty healthy. Everything's going to be jobbing.
I've got two that's a little weak, I'd say, out of 50. And I may combine those two, and I'll be down to 49. I'd like to get down to about 29. That ain't gonna happen.
Sounds to me like you're in the market for selling them $500 a pop, right?
I don't sell bees.
Well, if they make it through it, you're going to have a huge honey crop next year, won't you?
Pardon me?
I said, if all those bees make it, you'll have another huge honey crop, right? Next year.
I hope it's better than this year's.
I think you suffered the same thing that everybody did, which was a lot of rain early spring, and it killed us up here where I was
about
at.
400 pounds over last couple of years.
Yeah. It was
I ended
wild.
up with 1880 weighed that I had.
We got hurt pretty bad with the rain, and then Keith down, off the mountain, he did really well. So
Yeah, the rain hit us just right.
you just catch coons and swarms there, JW.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, all them swarms are my own this year.
That's what you get for having all them healthy bees.
I don't know what the deal was. I blamed that guy for over there from the dirty side. I blamed it on him.
Oh,
I blame everything bad that happens on them boys from the dirty side.
I can understand that.
Well, if you ended up with 50 JW, what did you start with?
What did I start the season with?
Yeah, I mean, did you end up gaining or losing hives?
I've been gaining.
Okay.
My dog is in my if you can hear some crunching going on, that's me and my dog. He's in the middle of my Cheetos, my crunchy Cheetos. He's eating them all.
He's eating the Cheetos and you're eating the kibble.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me cleaned out. The bowl is empty.
Cow. Hey, Ricky, when you're on your way to Gainesville, stop down at Keith's house, drag him out, throw him together a bag, and he can come up too.
All right. I think he has to meet me somewhere because we probably meet in the middle somewhere down that way.
I got you.
Kind of like a.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we'll make it. I think we're fixing to head out on a vacation about that same time. So ain't going to work.
You got beekeeping to do, Keith. You can't be leaving.
That's right.
Well, I'm going to be working hard the rest of this weekend, next week to catch up on mine are in pretty good shape, but I got to catch up on the folks I'm helping, get them in a good place before we go out of town.
My biggest thing is I hope to have my grandson by the weekend back home.
Woo!
Yeah. So that drive in 2 hours to go see him during the week is not fun.
Worth it, though, isn't it?
Yeah. 2 hours down, 2 hours back. And, when you don't get to leave till about 3 o'clock, that's pretty much your day because you're getting in really late.
Yeah.
Hey, Amber, you want to come do a drawing? Well, I'd like to do a drawing for a shirt tonight. We're a little late doing it, but we could do it real quick.
Get in here, Amber. Get the drawing done, Amber.
Yeah, Amber, get over here. So anybody wants a Bee Connection shirt, if you will put Amber's name in the chat and she will pick somebody. So far we have James Noel, Peter Morse, Hope Sandler, Jan Hancock is the 4 that we have so far. So, Honey, or you want to put Amber's name down, or if you want to beg, that works sometimes too, I think. Yeah, here's your paper. So we'll give everybody a little bit here to put something on there. Oh, Gary says you're still on his naughty list.
Who's that?
You didn't pick him the other day. So we're doing a drawing for a shirt. Amber is going to pick somebody if her dog will let her. She's getting kisses right now. So.
Oh, look, it didn't let my comment come through.
Oh, because of that word.
Yeah.
No. Sorry about
Bless
that.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think I found one.
You found somebody? We'll put their name down.
No, like that's go up though.
I got to scroll up.
Yeah,
Oh, my goodness. These teenagers always needy. All right, I'm scrolling up. You tell me when.
What'd you do? Where's your deer quack? Where's your quack? Huh?
Wait, I think I found one.
Okay.
Your other quack. That's not the one you
Oh,
took
this
out.
is your eggs, I think. Ah.
Again, if she doesn't pick you, it's Amber's fault.
Um,
No, hold on.
Who are you picking? Just show me.
No. Oh.
you know, Ricky, daughters are fun, but they sure are sassy. You know that?
They are sassy, I tell you.
I'll tell you what, mine was. I know that.
Oh, you picked Todd.
Who's
Loma Vista Bee Company. You picked Todd.
He said pick
He's in
me.
here? Todd's in here?
Yeah. He said pick me, and that's why she picked him. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
there he is. Todd's in here. Now, JW, you can hit him with that. You can hit him with that comment you were talking about him earlier because I don't think he was in here then.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, Todd will be there, so we'll just bring Todd his shirt. You know, you do those California boys anyway.
Mm-hmm. Trouble.
Nah, he's got a demon swarm. He's blaming it come from me.
Yeah, I see
I
that.
told him, well, if it did, he'd have to pay me because I wasn't paid for it. And then he said he wouldn't give a nickel for it. He's going to send it back to me.
Tell him to email it.
Snail mail.
Mm-hmm.
He's using snail mail, he said.
I will say, if you guys come to the Navi dinner with some of us, there may be a few extra B connection shirts to be given away, just so y'all know that. A little more incentive to show up.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget to go vote for the name for the dinner.
Yep. Look at that.
Pork, baked beans, potato salad,
Hey,
and
Todd, that's what's for dinner.
asparagus.
Asparagus, grilled asparagus, potato salad, pulled pork that was on the smoker, and then baked beans.
Tom, you did an awesome job cooking that, by the way.
I know I did. I appreciate you making notice of it, honestly. I think I got to turn the smoker on this morning, and
I don't think that's what was on the menu for the month, was it?
probably not.
Huh?
It is.
Huh?
It's probably not today, though.
Hold on. Hold on.
Todd, when we email you somebody?
That was on the menu for the 4th.
You're right. Today was supposed to be smoked wings. Yesterday
Uh-huh.
was
Wings?
yesterday was pulled pork.
Uh-huh.
I love smoked wings.
See?
But we had
She
some
put out
ground
all-
beef.
She puts out this false propaganda.
we had some ground beef that was left over from the weekend that needed to be cooked. So we used that last night for dinner instead.
Mm-hmm.
So it just kind of pushed everything.
Email you something. Gonna get it sent over.
Push the menu back a day.
I should email him a picture of it.
Yeah.
You know, I think when we get to Nobby, we got a lot of dinnering to do. You know, so and so says, I owe you dinner here, I owe you dinner there, we owe you dinner there, and so on and so forth. There's gonna be a lot of dinners going on.
I think we'll just eat dinner the whole entire time we're there. So
That's what I'm thinking.
Here, I'll share the menu. Hold on one second, Ricky. Let me pull up my menu.
ooh, handmade cream honey, 2 gallons worth. That's awesome.
Oh, why is it that color?
I don't know. I'll bring it up on Facebook. It's not pulling up on that for some reason.
To feed any colonies? JW? Do you guys have any nectar flowing in your area, Keith, or
We probably got a little bit of nectar, a whole lot of pollen right now. Gosh, looking at the. Uh-oh. Got an echo.
Do you have something opened up? Causing an echo?
Must be on
No.
something.
Are you hearing
looking
an
at
echo?
the bees,
My side?
looking at the bees coming in, and we got almost every one of them's got a big old pollen basket, either yellow or orange. So yeah, the pollen's rolling in.
That's about all I get out of that new goldenrod stuff. Most of that fall,
Yep.
those fall asters and stuff. I've got a pretty good flow of bone set. If you all know what that is, it's a little white flower. From a distance, it looks like a cauliflower head or something, but when you get up to it, it's real fine, little old white. Now I'm getting quite a bit of. It makes some nectar now, but I don't think my goldenrod. And I can't keep these doggone sodbuster. That's what I call the people who don't know me. That's what I call all the row crop farmers. I call them sodbusters because I was in the cattle business for all those years. But they can't keep from mowing all the road ditches and stuff where most of the goldenrod grows, or a lot of it. I get aggravated at them. I think it's pretty. I think it's ugly, but I'm a little biased, I guess, in favor of the bees. So have to put up with it. They got more stroke than I got. They can't keep them bush hogs out of them roadway ditches and drainage in the fields. What are you doing? What are you doing? Redoing the menu? Is that what you're doing, Tom? Could be right.
I'm
She's doing a lot of
showing you.
kicking, wasn't she?
There you go.
I know how you posted every first of every month. I knew what was on there. I knew you was. I
just pushed it all down a day.
I knew you was off schedule.
Hey, JW, what day do you want to come over for dinner?
What day do I want to come over for dinner? Every day, I guess.
Come on over.
Tom, the thing about it is, I don't know how you do all this work and still get dinner done every day. You the man.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's just by the grace of God. That's how it gets done.
I know Melissa has the list. You do all the work. So
I think we have some special powers here because, okay, now any of the guys in the chat, you tell me if this happens for you guys. There's some special powers here that's at my house, and I don't know what it is, but all I know is that when I take my plate, when I'm done, and I set it over there on the counter, or my drinking bottle from the day, I bring it in and I set it up there. Next morning, it's clean.
wow.
I don't know. When I throw my laundry in there, take it off, throw it in the laundry room in the work clothes basket. A couple days, it's clean.
I bet it's that ski daddy fairy doing that kind of stuff. That's what I'd say.
You have a special guest at your house, is all I know, Tom. I mean, that's awesome.
Yep.
It's that ski daddy fairy, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. Hey, JW, look at that. Todd said it doesn't happen to his place. I think that means that we need to get him one. That's what I think is going on there.
Paul's got the same magic.
Yeah, he needs one of those daddy fairies.
Your son must be good. Hey, Russell, I promise you, my son doesn't clean anything up until I go in there and threaten to load all his stuff up and throw it out and at the shop.
Either one of them.
Tell him, say, hey, boys, you guys are 19 now. I can move you out of my house,
Russell, were you here earlier?
I have to threaten them.
Heck, I got some 50-year-olds that's about that way.
Blake?
No, he's OCD clean. You know that.
Yeah, he's pretty particular. He doesn't like you messing up his YouTube and all that jazz.
He's got 3 vehicles, and he washes each one of them about twice a day.
Yep. Hey, when I was over at JW's house, I got to take a short little lift ride up in his swarm catcher, and that swarm catcher 10,000 that he's got.
That's what he said. He said he wouldn't tell you how it works. You had to figure it out yourself.
Well, I've been in some lifts before and operating, but I've never been in one that big. That's a pretty big one. That's for sure.
That's
So
a small one compared to a really big one. That's a
yeah.
65-footer.
Well, that's the biggest one I've operated.
He
Russell,
never
did
figure
you-
out
did
how
you
to make
see-
it go out though, Melissa?
What?
He never did figure out how to make it go out.
To make the boom telescope out.
He's saving that for his next trip over. Russell, did you see my comment to your dinner name suggestion on the Facebook page?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Russell, when you put in that comment, you put it into the
The name suggestion
into
poll.
the suggestion poll, actual comment section.
That's going to be a little bit long for a dinner name.
Hey, James, that's not good. Soap and your dinner does not mix well.
Somebody's been a bad boy.
Yeah.
So,
Oh boy.
well, folks, we're going to call the Bee Connection tonight. I do appreciate you guys in the chat. You guys are awesome. Makes things roll pretty good. And of course, having JW and Melissa and Keith here is definitely an honor to have them on with me and have a little discussion about beekeeping. It's always fun. And as always, we hope to see you guys next Thursday, same time, 8:30. See you then, and God bless.
See y'all later. Have a good week.